4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Shokes World. Got a very special guest today. The man, the myth, the legend. Hunter the big man, Melson.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
What's up? Thanks for coming.
Yeah, of course.
I just wanted to say something real quick. When I first thought about making this podcast, and I thought about who I was going to have on, the very first person that came to mind was Hunter. And that's not a joke.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was thinking, I was at work just chilling, thinking about it. I was like, what kind of people do I want to have on? So I thought of people obviously from Delaware who are doing trying to be big and do big things. And you're one of those people who's always doing big things.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, I when I watched your first video and you said what you wanted it to be about and you're bring on people, I was like, dude, I'd love to go on this. Because I love talking to people like that, because not everyone's like that. You talked about it with Tyree last week about just the haters and when not a lot of people think like that. And I really respect what you're doing and love to be here and excited to do it.
Yeah. So when you texted me, I think you DM'd me or commented on it. I was like, oh yeah. And then you texted me too. I was like, thank God.
This is it. Yeah.
This is exactly who I wanted on. And I didn't want, dude, I was kind of scared if I was going to have to hit you up first. And then you denied me. I was like, fuck.
Nah, dude.
I was like, God damn it.
We'll have to come back for part 2, 3, 4 as you get bigger.
Of course, definitely. That's the plan. But, so, you thought you had a funny story about how we met.
Dude, yeah. So, I watched your video, like I said, with Tyree, and you guys started off with how you met. That instantly got me thinking. I was like, how did I meet Shokes? Because, we both played on the same Division I lacrosse team. We lost to Syracuse in the championship. Went to Delaware Tech Community College. And I remember it was my second or third day of practice. I was late anyways because I was a transfer. And we were playing 6-on-6 or a fast break drill or something. And I remember you came in and you either hit pipe or you got hit and laid out or something. But you got up and you're like, all right guys, real funny. Yeah, let's all pick on the guy with the little dick. And I cried, dude. I was like, dude, I have to be this dude's friend. That's hilarious. And with your dry humor, flat voice, it sounded like you completely meant it. So funny, dude. And I was like, dude, from then on, I was like, dude, I have to be this dude's friend. That's hilarious. Only I would think the same shit too. That's why.
Yeah. On the first day of practice, I just thought about it. Do you remember Rock?
Yeah.
Dude, oh my God. It was the second drill. And we were just shooting on the run with a defender on. Mm-hmm. And that fucking kid, he wound up like a bat and just hit me right in my arm. It did nothing to take the ball away at all.
Yeah.
I was like, you motherfucker.
That was his first day of playing, wasn't it?
Nah, he played in high school.
What?
Yeah, he went to Central. That. But no, I was like, you bitch. And then I think he thought I was mad at him. But I was like, fuck. I've just been out of it a little bit. Over a year. I took a year off.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Haven't been hit like that in a while.
Do you miss it?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Since the season's just starting up. Yeah, I miss it. I'll watch videos. Yeah, I miss it.
Yeah, I was watching Sirocco and Bowden and them and Molly went to William U and watching all their stories and they're getting ready for practice. So I've maybe missed it so much. Even just our team that we had for a year, I fucking loved all you guys.
Dude, I love
you guys were so cool.
Let's talk about that connection.
Yeah.
That was I don't know why, I did not think I would like playing. One, because there's a stigma around JUCO.
Yeah.
But that was the funnest year I've ever played lacrosse.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I went from D3 at Alberta University, and then I switched majors, and then came here, and the coach hit me up and was like, "Yo, you want to play?" And I didn't even think about it before that. I was like, I guess, yeah, why not? And then because I thought the same thing, I was like, I don't know, if I'm gonna like it. It's probably gonna be a joke. And I got there. I think the best part of it was a joke. We were all serious about it, but at the same time, we were having fun. It wasn't a serious.
We were all on the same page.
Yeah, it wasn't
we all knew what it was.
Yeah, and we weren't
just fucking rocked with it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what made it so good.
Yeah, exactly. And even the coaches were laid back. Some of them obviously want us to win, but even then they were laid back and cool with everything and us joking around. And that made me, and like I said, it was a year, and I grew bonds with you guys for ever, pretty much. I
feel like I still hit up Dante almost once a week. We always just it's we have a friendship in that whole the group chat. It's just we can just roast each other up and it's all love.
Yeah.
There was no bad vibes that entire year.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the things that and then we've bullshitted around it was like wasn't taken serious, but at the same time we had so much skill. Like we were just ended up being like a really good team.
Yeah. Ended a heartbreak story too. Like if you think about like a heartbreak story, that was it, dude. I thought we had it.
We were #1 seed in the region.
Yep. Already beat the team before. We were playing them.
The first time we played them, I had 4 goals.
Yeah.
But no, we lost, and it was like 9-10 when we lost.
Yeah, and it was like the last minute of the game they scored or something too.
That was a real kick in the nuts. Like that ended so like bad. Such a good story, like such a good like season-long story.
I know.
Of us just like dogging it out, first seed, and then we lost.
Especially with like how much like depth we didn't have. Like we had, I mean, 2 lines of actual good middies that could play well. I'm not saying talking about anyone, but I mean our depth just wasn't there. And then throughout the entire season, it was always a dogfight for us, and
definitely. And then
it hurt. It hurt.
Yeah, it would have been different. Like we lost in the region finals, and then obviously I think we would have definitely lost in the
national tournament. Just to go.
But yeah, just to go would have just capped off the season. Like
that'd
have been such a good experience. That we just didn't have. That was like a heartbreak.
I think because especially me, like I knew that was going to be my last year playing lacrosse ever, so I was like, damn, like that's how it ended. I couldn't have gone and like went to the championship, at least went to finals.
We could have.
It had to end there. Assholes. We should have, dude. That makes me so mad.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, it was a great experience.
It was
for sure. And just all the bus rides and stuff, like to and from games.
Bus rides.
Those are the best.
I think part of the bus rides is what gave us such a good like camaraderie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So let's talk about the worst bus ride I've ever been on. It was about how hot was it? Like, dude, it was 80 hot. Or 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Hot.
Dry heat too. Like it wasn't.
No, it was humid as fuck.
Humid. Yeah.
It was humid.
Yeah.
And we had a 5-hour bus ride to New York, on this cramped up half-sized bus with no bathroom.
Yeah. Normally we'd get the full buses.
We'd get the full buses with bathrooms for like a 2-hour trip.
Yeah.
But for this long ass ride to bullshit, was it Suffolk or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was.
It was hot, and then we get there and we had to play on a grass field. Like normally all our games are usually turf, but this was like a shitty grass field, had holes and. Dude, it was terrible.
It was such a waste of time. We lost that game 4-19, I think.
Yeah.
They're like the #2 team in the nation or something like that.
And then like after the game,
not even. Yeah. We just got our ass kicked.
Yeah, we just weren't ready. Like we were all dehydrated from the bus ride. Like we weren't ready to play.
All we ate was like donuts on the way there. You couldn't even sleep on the bus because if you woke up, you'd just be like drenched in sweat. Everyone was shirtless. I thought that made us close.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the ones. But I mean, and then like after the game, it's not even hot anymore, and we get back to the bus. And the bus driver's like, "Oh, it works now. I guess I had to turn off the bus and turn it back on or something."
Yeah, and the AC would start working.
Yeah, I was like, "Come on, bro.
You couldn't have did that on the way out." And then, man, I can't get over the time when it was on that bus ride when we stripped Bo down to his underwear.
Yeah.
There's definitely a what is the word, a stereotype about junior lacrosse teams.
Oh yeah, just like they're all dicking around and
and it's true.
Yeah,
I've never done gay shit in my life. Yeah.
That's the fun of it, though.
Yeah, that is the fun of it. So you bought me a present?
Oh yeah.
You brought it for me?
Yeah, I brought it for you. So with my company, I have my own presses and stuff, so I can do like my own shirts. And I want to do a collab design with us. So I got Soul Spark X Shokes World.
Oh, you made
in the back. You got like a whole world of Shokes World on there. Yeah.
Dude, I did not expect that.
Yeah, bro.
Let me see that.
Yeah. Shokes World. Get in the world. Shokes World.
You came up with my new catchphrase. Get in the world. Shokes World.
Yeah.
When I made a little logo, that was like the sub logo for Shokes World. So I liked it a lot. I'm gonna put this on right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, get it on, boy.
Dude, I didn't expect that.
No?
Nah.
I told you that's why I wanted to give it to you before. I wanted it to be like personalized, like be all cute on the fucking podcast.
I didn't expect the personalized one.
You're looking big, boy. In the gym, huh?
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, you got a scar too. Where'd that come from?
Oh, this scar. I don't know if you can see it. I got that fighting Andres, my sister's boyfriend, last night. Did you see it on my story?
Yeah, I saw it.
Instagram story.
Yeah. You guys had the whole MMA gloves on too and everything.
Yeah. I mean...
Did you beat his ass or what?
It was about a tie, I'd say.
Yeah.
But we've got the boxing gloves and the helmets right there. We can go right now.
No, yeah? Locker box, bro.
locker box right now. I don't even have a helmet. Look at that. I like this.
Yeah, bro. Ooh. It gets better when, like, once you wash it too. It has like a modern fit. So like this, I know you'll like it. The biceps will be all like cupped. Yeah, bro. Yeah, let me know how you like it too, because I'm experimenting with like material like after you wash it for a while.
What fabric is this?
It's 100% cotton. But it's like ring spun. It's better than canvas, dude. They make really soft stuff. Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, once you wash it, the biceps fit, and then like it gets like a more slim design. So you look like extra husky in it.
Yeah, I like this shirt.
Thanks, bro.
The big arms.
Yeah, bro, you're husky. Shit.
Nah, you're husky.
I haven't been in a while. I gotta get back in. I lost all motivation after lacrosse.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you're looking big. Right after lacrosse season, when I saw you, I saw you at, you were working down on the.
Oh yeah, the boardwalk. Yeah.
I don't know what it was about you. I think it was like 2 weeks after lacrosse season, right?
Yeah.
And I saw you working there, but I didn't expect to see you just working on the beach. I could not tell if that was you.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea that was you. But I was
like, maybe I had a haircut or something. Maybe I had
a hat.
Oh, that's probably why then. Yeah.
But I was like, is that fucking? Like when I first saw you, I instantly knew. I was like, that's Hunter.
Yeah.
Like,
and then
shit.
you
So I got
yourself.
hyped.
Yeah.
So then I walked up to you. I was like, is that Hunter? I was like, why is Hunter working here? Like, I was like, he did not tell me he's going to be here.
Yeah.
Because like we were talking about on the bus, like what you're gonna do for the summer, but I had no idea. So I was like scared to go up to you. Not really scared.
Yeah.
So the only thing that put it out was your tattoo on the back of your arm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's definitely Hunter.
Yeah.
But I see that you got some new ink.
Yeah, bro. So I got this one. This is part of my sleeve. So like, I mean, if you guys, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like a girl and there's like glass shards above her. Mm-hmm. So the total is gonna be there's like a Grim Reaper up here who's holding an hourglass that's shattered, and like that's the glass that's falling on her. Like the time is up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have like this. I have like a whole idea. So like this arm's gonna be like all like vibey travel, like a map and everything, and then this arm's gonna be like death, destruction. So it's like the life and death of life.
Oh really?
Yeah. So
It's kind of tough.
Yeah.
Who are those girls?
She honestly just like thought up, just like no picture, nothing. This girl Andy Victoria in Milford. She's really talented. She's an apprentice, and
shout out Andy Victoria.
Yeah, shout out to her. Go check her out. Extremely talented. And then she did this one as well. This is just I think she picked up like a picture off online or anything. Not with any girls.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
not like a girlfriend or anything.
You didn't have those last time I saw you.
Did I?
No.
I didn't have them during the lacrosse season?
No.
Oh, really?
I think all you had was the ones on your back and arm.
And then I had the chest one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You didn't have either of those.
Oh, really? Damn.
But yeah, if I got a tattoo, I'd probably get it on the same spot, like my left forearm. But
do you want one?
Yeah, I do. But I need to come up with like the actual design.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. Cause, like you realize it's gonna be there forever.
All I got right now is like a wolf. It's so classic, like so basic.
Yeah.
But with like his eye cut out, but he has like a new eye, and it's Sharingan from Naruto.
Oh
and he's just got like the scar right there. So I think like scars on the eye are just like so tough.
Yeah,
he's dope. Like do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's got like the red eye, but I want to like add stuff to it, and it has to be like the right style because it just does.
Yeah. Are you gonna want it to be like a sleeve at some point? Because I mean, you do want to like plan for that. Like, if you want it to be a sleeve, you don't want to plan for that early. Like you don't want to think like, all right, so how am I going to add to this if I wanted to add to it?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
No.
Right now I'm thinking I wouldn't. Like I didn't plan for that, so I don't think I would.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I am with tattoos. Right now I have none.
Yeah. Any reason, or just like you said, you couldn't think of design yet?
Honestly, I just don't want to mess up my perfect skin, like my perfect body.
You want to get into modeling?
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, modeling. Did some modeling today.
Yeah, did you?
I did.
What was it for?
This kid Gerald, I don't know his let me look up his Instagram, I guess.
Jeez. Give him a shout out. Is he just like photography kid, or like had his own brand, or?
He's just a photography kid, I think. I'm actually gonna have him on later this week.
Oh, okay. Word.
Talking about it. Hopefully that'll come through.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had some good pictures. Let me see if he did. Yeah, he just sent one right now. Oh, that's pretty tough.
Oh yeah, it's tough.
An exclusive.
Behind the scenes.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's what it is. We did that today.
Where'd you guys do that?
Just like some broken down gas station in town.
Oh, okay.
But what was I talking about?
Modeling and purchasing and whatnot.
My first modeling for that guy.
I definitely want to get you out sometime this summer to model for me too.
Oh yeah, you told me I would.
Yeah, no, I haven't modeled anyone really from around here. They've all been like ambassador models and stuff that I get pictures for right now.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to get like canvas art.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely want to get like pictures of like you and merch and the thing. Like I want to get you a canvas of what's on the back of that.
Yeah.
And then that'd be dope to have up in here. Like we can take pictures of that.
I really
and
like
stuff.
the Zeus one and the space one.
Yeah, the astronaut one. Yeah,
the astronaut one. That's your
Yeah, the reflection. Yeah, that one's hot right now.
Really?
Yeah, that was one of my better designs, but I mean that took me a while. So.
And you make all those yourself?
Yeah.
You like design them yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, Photoshop and Illustrator.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a process. That's the only thing I think I've learned in school so far, in like college. Like, yeah, I've learned other stuff for entrepreneurship because I majored in entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
But the design part is the only thing where I've actually taken like a huge chunk of it and being able to use it immediately in my business. Everything else is just like
really.
Yeah.
And you made that shirt that you're wearing right now, right?
Yeah, Adapt to Survive. It's like the old Lamborghini, and then the new Lamborghini, and it says Adapt to Survive. It's like the older 1990 and like the now Lamborghini.
And you came up with that yourself?
Yeah. Really? I was just like, usually when my design process goes is like, I'll either read a book or like see a video, like a motivational video or something, and like see a phrase like Adapt or Survive, and I'll be like, damn, that's dope. Like I just like how that sounds.
Yeah. And
I'll think of a design around that. It's like this was like, just like how I was brought up and what my goals are. It's just like Lamborghinis, materialistic kind of stuff. And that's just kind of where it landed.
Yeah, I always wondered how you came up with everything, but before we get into your business, let's keep talking about lacrosse.
All right, absolutely.
So you started your college. So you started at Smyrna High School in Delaware.
Yep.
We played each other.
Yep, we did.
I beat you a bunch.
Yep, you did.
Well, you guys beat us 1 year.
1 year off a completely bullshit call. Was that year you're talking about?
Yeah.
I think it was my sophomore or junior year.
Junior year.
Yeah.
It was our junior year because that whole game was like my fault according to my coach.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my god. It was one of the twins, but he got the last goal on me and he had like 6 the whole game.
Yeah. They were animals too.
They were, but yeah. The coach literally told me in the like one of the huddles, he's like, Ashoka, this is your fault.
This is you.
I was like, fuck. We lost in like overtime, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, it was overtime. Or like it was about to. Yeah, I think it was overtime actually. Yeah, because we got the ball back on like a chase ball that we shouldn't have gotten.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And then like exactly we came out on the other end and he like shot off like his back foot from like.
He like did like a jumping. Yeah, I was on him.
Yeah.
But really, not to call anybody out, but our goalie should have stopped it.
Yeah.
Definitely. But
just one of those goals.
It's just one of those goals.
Yeah.
But so you started in Smyrna, and I played for Dover.
Yep.
There's one clip I remember of. I didn't know you back then, but looking back on it after this season, I was like, oh shit, that was Hunter who laid me out right after I scored.
Oh really?
Yeah. There's a video of it.
Yeah, I don't even remember that. That was was that at Dover? Because I think I might actually.
I think it was at Smyrna.
Oh okay.
I'll have to add that in.
Yeah. But you guys had our senior year. You guys had a stud. What was his name? He was Attack, I think.
Yeah, a young stud.
Yeah, he was young too. Yeah, I remember I had to guard him. He same thing. He whooped my ass. I think it was like between me and another guy guarding him, and I mean I think he scored 4 or 5 on us.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was probably our best game against you because I think we lost my junior year and we just came back and like. Because every game before that, because you guys just started making a program, every game was us winning by 1 goal, and then you beat us by 1 goal, and then we came back and we just beat you by more than 1 goal. And I was like, I remember that.
We also had a lot of talent that year. We had Chance Hemphill, it was like the face-off guy, and then the 2 brothers. Our defense, Chase Whaley, Kyle Coburn, they were good.
I used to play with the 3 of them.
Oh, really?
Back in like Revolution days.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I was pretty cool with them.
Yeah.
But
they didn't go on to play. Chance is the only one who went to go play college ball. The other 2 went to West Virginia and just kind of stopped playing, which sucks because they definitely had a talent for it. Definitely could have gone somewhere.
Yeah. So where did you end up going? Straight out of high school?
Yeah, so I went to. Wasn't really heavy into the recruiting process because I didn't even know if I wanted to play in college. Like I enjoyed the sport and everything. I was going into nursing, so I figured like a lot of my time would have been studying and like I actually would have had to put my full attention to that. But I was talking to Kyle Coburn and Chase Whaley, which are the other defensemen on the line with me, and they went to Alvernia University in Reading, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking to them. They're like, yeah, it's pretty laid back here. Like we're like just a new program, kind of like what Smyrna was, and just starting to rebuild. So I went there on a visit, and I had a great time. They showed me a great time. I was like, this is it. Like I'm gonna go here. Mm-hmm. I went there, played for a year and a half, and then stuff with school, with like my major, I switched majors, and it was just getting too expensive. It was like $40,000 a year school without scholarships.
It's insane.
Yeah, no.
Are you still paying that off?
Huh? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Dude, I think I have like $30,000 in debt total.
Holy shit, dude.
So I had a year and a half there, and it didn't faze me when I was in nursing. So I was like, I'll get out, I'll make decent money, I'll grow, like I'll keep building, I'll be fine. And once I switched out of that, I was like it really hit me. I was like, damn, I'm like $30,000 in debt right now. I got to get out of here.
Uh-huh.
So before even starting my second year of lacrosse, I transferred out and went to Del Tech just to save some money because, I was already so much in debt and I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I just knew it was general business kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I get to Del Tech. Like I said, coach called me up. Was like, yo, man. So I got word from one of my guys. I don't even know who it was.
No, it was a girl, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was. It was Lauren. Lauren Mullins. She played. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Shout out to Lauren Mullins.
Yeah, shout out.
I remember that came up during our banquet that some girl recruited you and we're like, right, bro?
Yeah.
Would you date her or something?
I did, and actually she was my ex. And we were still cool afterwards. And so she recruited me there and told coach, and then coach contacted me, and we ended up playing or I ended up playing for you guys, and that's where I really had the most fun I've had in my lacrosse career for the whole time. I think it was my best season. Just because I was like laid back and like we just all played really well. We had a lot of skill.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so genuine, all the guys, and where they're going to now. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
But I'm still at Del Tech, but I can't play this year because my eligibility, the way eligibility works, especially for like community college,
yes, sir,
is because it's a 2-year school. You can only play for 2 years. So I played 1 year at Alvernia. I came into my first year at Del Tech, played, and I used up all my eligibility. So coach went and tried to trace me and see if they didn't mark my year there, because I didn't get an insane amount of playing time in Alvernia, and they still marked that I played there. So there was really nothing he could do, which kind of sucks. I mean, I'd love to play again with those guys, but a lot of them moved out. It's pretty much a whole new team now. Yeah. So anyways, now moving forward, I went and visited Wilmington University with Molly and everything, and looked at some other places, but I mean, right now I just don't want to go back to a 4-year school and be even more in debt than I already am. So kind of moving forward from there, and I just knew that I was going to be my last year of lacrosse. It was a good way to end. So I mean, I'm happy with the way my career went and everything.
Yeah, it was a good year to end on, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. How about you? You playing this year?
No, I wish I was.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm happy about that I can say is that I'm not in debt. That's a good thing about going to JUCO or Del Tech. For lacrosse, especially if you don't know what you want to do. Right. And that was definitely me. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and really college. You shouldn't go to college. You should take a break year, was it a skip year or something?
Yeah, right out of high school. Yep.
Right out of high school, especially if you don't know what you want to do, because once you're there, you're definitely collecting up debt. And if you're not going there to do something that definitely needs a trade or a degree, then there's an experience that you're getting at college but really you're not really getting that at junior college anyway.
Yeah, it's an expensive experience even if you go to a 4-year, unless you it's going to be your passion, it's what you want to do. Yeah. And like you said, it's got to be something you need a degree for. So if you're going to healthcare, engineering, stuff like that, where they don't even look at your application unless you have a degree for it, then obviously you need to go and everything. But I mean, even just general business, unless you have a specific company you're looking at, they teach you stuff, but I mean, there's so much more that you can learn in the world. Yeah, the world will teach you things the classroom never has or never will.
What some people don't realize is that experience is definitely way better than the degree.
Yeah. Oh,
and 100%. Especially if you want to create something yourself, like a business or anything like that, then in some schools they just can't teach you that. Like you said earlier to me, your teacher's way outdated. The only thing she knows about business, or was it advertising?
It was marketing.
Marketing.
Yeah.
Was just in a newspaper, the school newspaper.
Her style marketing, right? Yeah. Not the new age.
That's not going to help you because everything's online now.
Yeah, especially with my business, it's all online. Now I don't plan on opening a brick and mortar store, an actual physical store. for I don't think ever, to be honest, with just how much of the big the market is online.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like you said, that I think the best part about college for me was the experience, and like you don't get it as much in JUCO, but I mean, still playing sports, you still get a little bit of it, just like the guys and everything, hanging out with the boys and stuff. But I went to the 4-year. That was where like I truly got the experience of like going out to parties and like meeting girls and all that, which is great. And I'm glad I experienced it for a year and a half. But like stepping out of it, I was like, all right, like I experienced it, but that was good. Like I don't need to go $80,000 in debt just to have that experience for 2 more years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How was it different?
I think the biggest point of difference was just your housing was on campus, at least for me, like where I went. And you're in dorms and everything. That just changed the whole vibe. Because like now, instead of your teammates that you're bonding on the bus and stuff, you're like going home with them. You're going to eat like the calf with them, like eating with them, and you're doing everything with them. So it's a lot better bonding experience with all of them. I feel like if we would have had that type of chemistry and like the chemistry we did have on this team and was like able to do that type of stuff, we'd have been 10 times better.
Yeah.
Just because it shows on the field for sure. Just with like the speed of play and everything, like it's like I think about this kind of stuff, but even with like the speed of play from JUCO to D3, the skill level's definitely, I mean, not that far difference from the two. It's just people who want to get recruited and people are just like, oh, I'm gonna go to community college, I don't really care. But it's just the speed of play, just because they're with them 24/7. They can have practices at 6 a.m. and then a practice later in the day. You can just tell it shows just to be living on campus and being a lot closer with the guys.
I feel like we would have had even better chemistry if we did hang out. I feel like some people on the team definitely hung out like outside of practice and everything.
Yeah.
But when we were like most in touch with each other was after the banquet, after the season, at that party at Bowden's house.
Yeah.
I feel like if we did that, like
more.
right at the beginning and all like every week during the season,
we would have been a lot better and closer and everything. Yeah, we definitely would have beaten Ocean.
That was a fun night.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, what is your favorite drinking game?
Pong, dude. It's pretty cliche, but I love Pong. Just like because like especially when you get like drunk, you get like all competitive and like you're yelling at the other people. There's like girls like leaning over, like pulling their shirts down, and everything, they're trying to distract you. And like you like build a partner. Like I remember this one party in high school. The girls' parents were completely cool with having parties because like they're in the middle of pretty much nowhere. So we went there and it was a New Year's party, and I ended up like playing Pong with her dad, and we ran tables. So like I was bonding with her dad, like we were both just like getting drunk and everything, and it was just a lot of fun. Like it's just that you're building a bond with whoever your partner is, even if you don't know them, especially when you're drunk and everything. A lot of fun. What's yours?
Mine is definitely Flip Cup.
Yeah.
4-on-4 Flip Cup is definitely the funnest game.
It gets rowdy.
It gets rowdy. That party that we had, that Bowden had, when all of us, like, we were just, like, eventually, like, because you don't realize, when it's, like, round after round, you don't realize how many rounds are going by and how much you're drinking. And then until you realize, like, you're, like, fucked up and everyone's fucked up and everyone's having a good-ass time.
You, like, go to pee or something and you, like, think to yourself, like, holy shit. I'm fucked up.
Everyone's, like, fighting, jumping over the table, knocking shit over, having a good old silly goose time.
Silly goose time. You watch Crystalia?
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, that's where I got it from.
You're a baby. I love it. Yeah, dude, I love Crystalia. I watched your one podcast saying you watch, like King and the Sting and
he's
all
on
those.
That.
Yeah, Crystalia. I love Crystalia. He's like my guy. That's what got me into everything. And then I started watching like King and the Sting and
the King and the Sting is it's one of my favorites. That's a new one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Flip Cup is definitely the funnest for me anyway. But yeah, that was a fun time.
Yeah. So not playing anymore. So do you know what you want to do? Now that you kind of no, just figuring it out.
Yeah. Well, the thing about like knowing what you want to do, like it changes, especially for me, like week to week. Like it's definitely something I think about all the time. Definitely something I think about, but. Like, and I'm always thinking about it, but, like, things happen and it's, like, interest changes, but right now, like, I'm just kind of rocking with this.
Well,
so, no, I'm not playing this year.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think I'm still eligible. Yeah. If I wanted to play, I could easily get into, like, JUCO shape and play if I wanted to, if they'd have me back. I've done screw them coaches over enough.
Did you tell them, like, late?
I told them late. But also, Well, this year, hold on. All right. So last year when I actually, my first year out of high school, I was a normal kid. I was coming straight out of high school. I went to all the most of the fall ball stuff except like 2 weeks of it. I like kind of quit. I was like, fuck this, dude. I was like, I'm just getting bitched at by Kowaleski every day. Am I not like the most bitched at person by Kowaleski?
Yeah. Oh,
He's
yeah, you
always calling my name.
Shoka! Well, that's all I heard during the games, too.
But eventually that got on my nerves. But for that, I stopped going there, and I was like hating school. I was like dreading school. For me, going to school, especially like 8 a.m., I dreaded it. Like I wanted to I was freaking out in my head like every day I had to get up and go to school. Yeah. Especially for something like it was like anatomy, physiology. I was like, dude, why am I fucking doing this?
Yeah.
So eventually I stopped going to lacrosse, and then I just stopped going to school. I took that year off. It's probably like the biggest waste of my time that year, not just because of school, but just like other bullshit.
In general, yeah.
In general, I wasn't doing anything. Then I eventually went back to school. I went back to school just to play lacrosse, and I even signed up late. Like the day I registered was like the day of the last 8-week session of the semester.
Yeah.
So I mean, Coach Anthony, like I have nothing against him, but he helped me out a lot. He does everything for the team.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I did not fuck him over. So I was already a hassle for that, quitting, then coming back late. I came back. We had a good ass season, and then after the season, I didn't know if I wanted to come back again. Especially after like some days like wanting to quit, just because of getting yelled at. Like I wasn't with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Kowaleski, man.
Yeah.
So I was glad I was on the other side of the ball.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with him too much.
Sometimes they don't realize like if like you don't score, then that means like the defense is doing a good job.
Yeah.
But then I tried coming back late this year again. I went to it was like a fall ball thing. I was like, yeah, I'll come and play. I'll sign up for classes. It's like the same situation as last year. And then I was like, I couldn't bring myself to it. I was like, fuck. Time passed. I was like, what is it called? Over procrastinated it.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't get myself signed up to classes. I was like, fuck it. I guess I'm not playing this year.
Yeah.
So I'm not playing this year, and I do miss it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like going back to what you said about you like jumping around a lot, like you feel like it's like weekly thing. I mean, in a way that's good because I mean, even just doing this, like you're sooner or later something's gonna click, and it's like this is my passion. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
It's good that you're trying because most people don't even try this type of stuff, and that's why I said like I respect what you're doing. Because most people won't even like they'll think about it like, oh, that'd be cool, and then like that's it.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you're trying it could be like this is the thing for you, like this is what you like doing, and this is what you go with, or it's just this leads you to something else. You know, you bring someone on here who's like says something, you're like, oh, do I want to try that? You go try it.
It's definitely about the journey.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
even though this is only like the second episode, I'm hoping it goes longer. Obviously. I mean, like this, like I'm actually like wake up fired up for this, and
awesome.
But even every day there's stuff that like I want to do, that I'm like yeah, I'll do that when I get off, or I'll do that in the weekend, and I just never end up doing it. I mean, there's still things that still like spark my attention, but I just never actually follow through with it.
You said that was like your New Year's resolution too, right? Like that's something you want to start doing.
Start following up with things.
Yeah. Do you like write them down or anything? That's what I have to do. Like I was supposed to do the same way. Like I have to write it down.
Yeah.
And I have to see it every day too.
I'll like take like a piece of receipt paper as I'm working. Take this pen that I stole from work. This is like a nice ass pen. I just stole this yesterday. But I'll take receipt paper, write like an idea down, write like a joke down, write like a topic I want to talk about down.
Yeah.
I'll write stuff down at work all the time. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to, is writing it down, and I just put it in my phone, because I'd usually do the same thing, I'd write it down, and I'd lose the paper.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, what was it? So I usually write it down, like, on a piece of paper, like, in the moment, and then I'll go back and put it in my phone, and I'll make it a thing, like, in the morning, check my note list, and, like, see what I can pursue today, what kind of move.
Yeah, if I don't have, like, a pen and paper, I'll just write down in my notes.
Yeah.
And I'll look at that, like, sometimes at the end of the day, and then write it down on a paper, like, in a notepad like this.
Yeah.
That's probably like that's like one thing I can like definitely see like a change in.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like a point in time where I was like, let me start writing stuff down, and I think that's one of the like, it's like a key
to start shifting.
Success. Yeah,
absolutely,
definitely. Writing it down like definitely helps you put things into motion.
Yeah.
Like I have this whole like this is all filled with receipt papers.
Oh really?
This little Altoids can, all it has is receipt papers of like ideas and stuff.
Up. Yeah, that's dope.
And just like, or it's just like things that like remind yourself.
Yeah.
Like there was I took a shower before this podcast, and there's things I was thinking about in the shower, like what I want to talk about. I was like, all right, well I'm in the shower, I can't fucking write anything down.
Yeah.
And I fucking lost what I was going to talk about. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, I always do that type of stuff, especially in the shower. That's my spot, dude.
Yeah,
it's like all the time you just think about everything, and yeah.
Just let the hot water run across your face.
Yeah, dude, that's what's up.
Speaking of showers, Jake Shokes sent me a picture of him in the shower during the season.
Oh, nice.
And this is that gay shit I'm talking about.
It's the type of bond we have there.
It was.
You gotta have that type
It's probably the nicest thing he ever did for me, but he sent me a picture of him in the shower, and he put a sticker, like a little animated sticker over his dick, and he didn't realize it was see-through. I was like, oh, that's cute.
That's cute.
That's cute. I'm gonna show the whole team tomorrow. But yeah, it's probably one of the nicest things he's ever done for me. I think they're killing it over at
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw Bowden score the first goal like ever in school history. That was pretty cool. I DM'd him, asked what the final score was, and he said it was a game like Ocean. They lost by 1. I think the game they just played, they won. So for a first year program, you know, it sounds like they're gonna do well.
I thought it was funny when you liked my comment. He scored in like 25 seconds. I was like, oh, that's nice. I would have did it in 24.
Yeah, that was funny.
I love Bowden.
Yeah.
I think he was like definitely the glue to the team.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is that called? It's
What do you mean?
He's the catalyst.
Yeah.
That like brought the team together.
Yeah, absolutely.
From
Minnesota.
Yeah, the kid from Minnesota.
He really moved out to Delaware from Minnesota for a community college to play.
Yeah, he did.
I respect that a lot.
Yep, he won team MVP.
Yeah. Now he's on to build another program. It's pretty cool.
So last week's episode, I talked about NoFap February, and I just wanted to say I failed. It was about February 2nd. I broke.
Oh, man.
I was going to try to go NoFapping for the whole month, and on February 2nd, I failed twice in the same night.
Because, like, once it happens, just like, well, it's already done.
I was disappointed, so I just wanted to keep my audience updated that your boys...
What was the process? Were you just, like, laying in bed and you just, like, started thinking about it? And, like, once you start thinking about it, it's over. Like,
well, in my defense, I was already, like, a day in when February started. I started, like, a day early. So I was like 3 days. And on that third day, man, you get beside yourself. I was going crazy. I'm not going to lie. I was like, holy shit. I need to bust a nut right now.
That's funny. Well.
So, yep. I talked about it with my friend. I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to break tonight. And he's like, I wasn't going to do it.
He should have motivated you.
Yeah, well,
you don't need it.
I asked him if he was going to do it. He said no. He said he has no motivation and no reason to do it. But, so yeah, there's that. During lacrosse season, you came up with the phrase magnum. Like, I think it was a defensive term, so I never knew what the hell it meant.
Yeah.
So what did it mean?
It's basically like, it was like whatever we broke the huddle on defense, it was like magnum was the word. It's like magnum on 3, 1, 2, 3, magnum. And truly, it's just like what defense is. It's just having the bigger stick than the other guy. You know, it's laying your dick out and like manning up and protecting your goal, protecting your goalie, protecting the crease, whatever it is. So I mean, there's many ways you can take it, but I mean, it's just manning up and like knowing that I don't care how good these guys are. Like we played some good people. Like I forget from Hartford, the guy was going like D1 or something. I think as that game, but like even then, and even playing like the people who normally win all those better teams, 1, 2 in the country, whatever it is. It's just Magnum was the thing to show that no matter how big they are, no matter how good the record is, like you just got to be the bigger man, bigger person on defense, because defense wins championships. And we saw it. We got really far and almost won a championship just because we had a good defense. We had good, we were close together. that was part of it.
I think if people realize like the level of talent that, or like the level of competition that we played, I think they'd respect it a little bit more, like a JUCO level.
Yeah. It's just because like we play the people who, like the kids who either don't have the grades to go straight D1, D2,
but they have the talent.
Yeah, they'll go play at a good community college up in the New York area, Eastern Coast,
and
of course.
And just get re-recruited.
Yep, and then they'll get re-recruited. They get up their grades in their couple years in JUCO. They have really good coaches who teach them up, and like I said, we played some good people who end up going D2, D1. You never expect that from a JUCO because you don't hear about that, but it's the same thing in football. It happens in football all the time too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way to go to get your grades up, to hone your skills a little more before you go play with all D1 kids.
Like people who like don't want to go to, or people who think like going to JUCO is a joke. Like yeah, like especially around like Dover, like Delaware, like in general, like just the vibe. Like well, especially when I was in high school, like it was like a joke to go. Like when I was young, it was a joke to go to Del Tech. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
I was like, damn, I'm not gonna go there. Oh, then I ended up going there. It was like the best season I've ever had. But I was speaking to like a kid who's still in high school at Dover. I was actually speaking to him today. It was like a goalie, and he said he might go. I was like, he said I was like, yeah, there's nothing wrong about it. They definitely love to have a goalie because he was like an all-star goalie. He was a young kid when I played with him. He was like one of the best goalies. He was better. Shout out. He was better than the goalie that we had starting.
Yeah.
But especially at such a young age.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your business.
All right, man.
Soul Spark.
Soul Spark. Seek that sparks your soul.
Seek that which sparks your soul.
Yeah, man. All about finding the passion. That's what it is. That's what life is. Trying to find your passion. You don't want to, like what we've been talking about, you don't want to go to school or work and hate what you're doing.
Yeah.
Waking up dreading what you want to do. You got to find your passion in life. For me, that was business. I mean, I found that out early.
You don't want to work for someone else?
No, dude. So, like I said, I started nursing, and like originally, going back to high school, it was senior year, my whole life, my dad was in the military, my brother's in the military, my grandpa was in the military. We had a military family. I was just kind of like next in line to go, and I was pumped about it, playing all the video games and my whole life, and just loving what they do and the brotherhood they make. And I wanted to be a corpsman, which is like a combat medic for the Marines. So I started the application process to get signed up and go. And I went to go get a physical from like my doctor, and then they found a heart murmur, which is like an irregular heartbeat.
I have one of those.
Yeah.
I used to.
And so when I went there, I was like, I talked to my recruiter, and I asked him if that'd be a problem. He's like, it shouldn't be, but let's get you tested by like some of the military doctors because they'll know better than I do. So I went to this place in Dover near the recruiting office. And like they tested me there, and they're like, yeah, unfortunately, we can't sign you up right now just because it's a risk factor. If you like civilian life, it's not going to matter. Like if your heart races from playing sports or running around, it's not going to matter. Like when there's gunfire over your head and stuff, and you're trying to grab someone and pull them behind cover or something, like you could just have a heart attack just because like the regular heartbeat messes with it.
What they said it was like just like for a sports physical. They said it was just like kind of like the class wasn't closing all the way, so they could just still hear like a rushing, like a little bit of rushing when it was supposed to be closed.
Yeah,
that's what they said from me, and I was like,
yeah, and like it causes like an irregular, like it just sounds to them like it's irregular because they can still hear. You're supposed to like when you listen to a heartbeat and like the different quadrants of it, you can actually hear like the opening and closing of the valves and stuff. So if there's, like you said, blood leaking through, you can definitely hear it, and it could cause problems.
Yeah, they said mine was really faint though. I don't know about yours.
Yeah, they said I could grow out of it, but like I wasn't gonna sit around and work at McDonald's. Yeah, I wasn't gonna work at McDonald's like waiting to grow out of it and then go in the military. So I was like, well, at least I'll go to school, get a degree, and then join after if I wanted to. I went to Alvernia, did nursing, and then once I got into my second year of that, and like saw exactly how much wiping ass it was. Like all respect to nurses out there because I can't do it. I mean like. I think it's just more as I found myself. Like, there's not enough creativity in the field. Like, it's not like you can change what you do day to day. Like, it's like this is the protocol, this procedure. Now go out and do it. And you can't really adjust in any way, obviously, because it's the medical field. And then once I realized that, and I got into the labs of it and got to see exactly day to day operation of it, I was like, nope, can't do it. Can't do it at all. It's just not my personality. So, at the time, I started a business with one of my best friends, shout out Ezra Rudnoff. and he still has the company open, but it was called Uplifted, like the Uplifted
baby.
movement. Yeah, stay uplifted, and a lot of that was mental health awareness kind of thing, and because my brother had PTSD from the military, and Ezra struggled with some mental stuff, and that's just kind of where we both like met, and we both knew we wanted to do some sort of business, so like that's where we got into t-shirts and stuff, and so like that's where. Before that even happened, so I'm sorry, I'm backtrack a little bit. Before that even happened, like when they told me I couldn't be in the military, dude, I was absolutely destroyed because like I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like my whole life was always military, and like that same day I came home, I didn't tell anyone. Like I went to the doctor or anything, just because like I just didn't, like I was embarrassed by it really. And that same day I got home, and my parents told me that they're getting a divorce, and like they said like it was all like it wasn't even like that they did anything wrong. It was just like money stressed them out too much. From moving to California to here, and just like they filed for bankruptcy and like all this stuff, and like I didn't even see that. Like they were so good at hiding that they had problems like that.
Who was from California? Your mom or your dad?
My mom was. Yeah.
Where's your dad from?
He was from Delaware actually.
Really?
Yeah. And then he moved out there when he was a teenager, and that's where they met and everything. And then once we moved from California to out here, they still said like they were hoping that was gonna solve the problems, but just didn't, and they fell out of love because of money and everything. And like so like, and that was the same day. That was like the worst day of my life. Like I was like, dude, now what? Like I was low at that point, because I was like, dude, is there like a? I mean, I don't know if you believe him, but I was like, is there a God at this point? Like, why is this happening to me? And then that same day, I went to go hang out with Ezra, and like I didn't tell him anything. He's like, let's just hang out. Like we haven't seen each other in a while, so we went to this neighborhood that his friend lived in, and in the back there were mansions that were being built that were like still being built, so they kept like doors unlocked, and like there was like ways in. Really? And I remember going in there, and like that was the day like I didn't know what I was gonna do with my life. I got in there, and I saw just how like they were living. Like it wasn't completely finished, but I could see like the way we got in through a window was there was an indoor pool. wherever that like where we got in was an indoor pool. And you walk to the main corridor. There's like 2 staircases that go up, like an overledge and like a master bedroom and then a master bath. And it was like, I mean, just seeing that and like everything that just happened that day, I was like, I have to have this stuff. And, like I know it sounds materialistic and like I'm a douche, but like there's so much more behind than just having like all that money. It's the financial freedom of it. It's helping my parents out so they don't die working. Like, because without any help, they're gonna die working. They're not gonna be able to retire and go explore the world and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do with this YouTube money.
Yeah, exactly. that's what it's all about, man. And it's just financial freedom to go and do what you want in life. Because unfortunately, we live in a society where a piece of paper controls what you do in life and what you get to experience and how well of life you and your family get to live. So if I can control that by getting a piece of paper, then I'm going to go and get that piece of paper any way possible. And that's where a lot of my drive comes from. And like I said, it sounds materialistic to want the Lamborghinis and want the big houses and everything, but it's just so much more behind that. And that's the heart of what my brand is finding what you love and finding a way to make you money, really.
And that's so hard to do, like working under someone else, like
exactly.
For someone else, unless it's like a big time job, which there's none of those around here.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So starting your own business, Soul Spark. I don't know if you want to answer this, but so you're making profit from it now?
Yeah.
So and you're like working on it like every day.
Yeah, it's I love doing it. I'll wake up, work on it, and go all the way to sleep. I work 16-hour days. Like it's all I love doing right now. Just because like it's just I just see like it's everything I want to do. I enjoy doing what I do with it, and just like the people I make, like even this stuff, like the only reason this happened is because I had it. Like we probably would have talked about it if I was just like going to school and stuff. I don't think it would have been the same degree of how we're talking now and how we bonded, just like over everything.
Yeah, and that's one of the like, one of the reasons like I connected with you. I think, like a little bit more than I think everyone on the lacrosse team. Just like we had like interests that were the same. Like free thinkers, we were always like on like the long bus rides or whatever. Like first off, we got like our it's like comedically like we got together really well.
Yeah.
And then like getting to know each other a little more. We were talking about like more serious stuff, than just bullshitting around. And I just want to say that like I think that's like why we connected.
Oh yeah.
Why we connect for sure. Like, and like.
Because you don't see a lot of that, especially around here.
Yeah.
Like I'll respect if you don't have that type of mindset, but like when you do meet someone, you have it, you know right away.
Yeah.
Like as soon as we started talking past what we were like bullshitting at practice and stuff, like I knew right away. And that's why we talked about all we did, with like stocks Elon Musk, just like the open-minded kind of thinking that it wasn't like the typical like college like, oh yeah, girls 24/7, you know, like we talk deeper. I love that. That's the kind of stuff that I live for, and that's the kind of stuff like my brand wants. Like I want my brand to represent. And yeah, it's crazy. But so when I first opened this, like I knew like from my past, from Uplifted that I was talking about, I knew that I loved entrepreneurship and like being my own boss. Just because like, yeah, I'm my own boss and everything, and I get to control where the money goes, and if I'm big, you know, when I'm big one day, you know, I get to control how the money is spent there. But it's more than that. It's more of like I'm not gonna get bored. Like I was the same way you were. I was always like I'd do something for a couple weeks, maybe a month, and I get bored with it. So I realized with entrepreneurship, like you have to do everything. It's like especially like t-shirts, like you have to do from the design to it, unless you're hiring out source, which costs money. But you have to do design to it. You have to do production. You have to get all the equipment for it. You have to do fulfillment, shipping. You have to do literally everything.
So you do everything. You built this from the ground up.
Yeah, and I take great pride in that, just because like I didn't have the money to go and hire designers or go and get these big presses that are gonna make, you know, stellar t-shirts, and like so there's a lot of a learning curve to it, of learning which design style I want to use, which t-shirt production style I want to use, what t-shirts I want to use, and like I loved every part of that. And that's where I found that I love entrepreneurship, is just because like you have to do everything until you're big enough to outsource it. You have to do everything. Like, there's legal stuff that I hate doing, but at the end of the day, like you got to do it. It's part of just owning a business. And that's where a lot of my passion comes from within it. And a lot of that is represented in my brand, just because I'm all about, you know, entrepreneurship. It's a brand for the entrepreneurs, the creators, the visionaries of the world, people like you who just think differently. Like it's for them. It's to inspire their passion, or inspire whatever they're pursuing in life, and just to get them to work harder. Watching, I don't know if you've ever seen Iconic. Have you ever seen their stuff pop up on Instagram? They do like canvas art, but they're like the leading canvas art people. Yeah, have you seen them or not?
Yeah, isn't that the account that you showed me?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did show you. Yeah.
I've seen
yeah, they did like a podcast and stuff of like behind the hustle and like showing their day-to-day stuff, and I loved it because it was like the same stuff. Like it's design into fulfillment and seeing how people are enjoying their stuff. And you know, they have like Rick Ross. They're obviously the huge shark in the market, but you know, they have the Rick Rosses. They have all those people, and just watching their stuff kind of inspired me even more. And I was like, wow, I want to do this. Like I want to be able to make videos and stuff and like show my process of being, you know, a kid from Delaware who's like trying to build his own thing. Through all the obstacles, all the haters, all that stuff.
Definitely. Like, and you just keep coming, you keep going after it, because like even after like not Soul Spark, but Uplifted, but it didn't work out for you, I think. But and then like you're someone who like keeps going, like after something that doesn't work out, and you just like start something up again, like start something new, adversity, fights through adversity. Yeah. I definitely feel like you're definitely going to, whether it's this or this leads you to like your next thing, or like that you grow from this, or this grows, then I know you're going to be successful. Yeah, man.
That's what it is, being an entrepreneur, especially, is you're going to fail a lot. Yeah. And like even with this, like it's going to take you a while before you start getting steam, because there's little cases that are like one-hit wonders. It'll be a lot of just growing steam and getting new people on, and
even the biggest guys fail. Yeah, Elon Musk is still failing.
Yeah, like he's profiting in some aspects, obviously, but then others he's failing, and he loves that. He just loves the process. He works hard.
He works harder than anyone. I've ever heard of. Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things I love about Elon Musk. Yeah.
Just like how much he went through. Like he went through a divorce, and like he dumped a lot of his own money into it from PayPal and stuff.
Yeah, learning from that, like I watched like a whole documentary about him. He like split half of his money into, I think it was SpaceX, and half of it into Tesla, and it's just like a really interesting or really uplifting story. Yeah, uplifted, baby.
Always plug.
Old plug. I remember you'd hit people on the field and be like, uplifted, baby. I would laugh my ass off.
Yeah, but yeah, Elon Musk's story is crazy. Like even the SpaceX one, like the last launch that they did was successful, like the first one. He said, like, I remember reading the same thing, that was like his last launch before they'd run out of funds, and he'd have to shut down SpaceX, and it was the one that worked. Like he literally, up until the end, he was pushing for it, and he was ready to lose all that money and just move on and try again some other day.
I think Ford and Tesla were the only two car companies that made it out of the recession.
Yeah, they were. And Ford barely made it out too. Tesla too, and they both barely made it. But they did make it. Now Tesla's starting to thrive now.
Yeah,
it's starting to be
those stories really get to me.
Yeah.
Speaking of Elon Musk, apparently he's into like orgies.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, did you know that?
No. Where'd you read that? Or hear
it was
that,
on.
really?
It was just on some YouTube video. Like he was like in an orgy party, but apparently he didn't realize it was an orgy. He was like wearing like a costume with like horns and spikes apparently, but I mean even all that, I still love the guy.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you're gonna love your own personal stuff, especially when you do all that. Like, you have to have some way to de-stress. I guess that's his way. But I still respect what he's built, and it has nothing to do with his business life or anything. It's whatever he wants to do. Live your life, man.
Yeah. Oh man, consider my soul sparked.
Yeah, man, it's a lot. So like right now it's all t-shirts. So like, or not all t-shirts, but where I started out was t-shirts, just because that was the easiest thing for a low budget, getting my own press and everything, and be able to just design and put on a t-shirt, put it up on the website, see what happens to it. But now, as like I'm starting to grow and I'm starting to learn a lot more, I've gotten into canvas art, which I just recently launched, and that's pretty cool because that adds a whole different design aspect to it, and just like a new way to bring out creativity. And that's like the stuff on your back right there, like it's full color designs that I can put on the canvas, and it'll be like high quality stuff. My printer is out in Texas, and I met him over social media and stuff. But he does all my printer for canvas stuff. So I do all the t-shirts, he does canvas, and like he'll drop ship it to them. And you know he's a legend just because I can send him anything and he'll print the order, so I don't have to order anything in bulk. It can just be like, here's an order that just came in today. Can you print this, ship it out? He's like, yep, I got you. They'll send me an invoice and boom, it's there. So that really helps me on like time management and everything. And then moving forward, I want to get into phone cases and stuff, like supplement my own phone cases, get into hats and everything. Just because I love this field right now, and until I see a way out, or so like I find something new that I want to do, this is definitely the thing that I love doing right now. I love selling passion, the idea behind that.
Mm-hmm. So what was your catchphrase for Soul Spark?
Seek that which sparks your soul.
I want to play a game where we just come up with a brand new logo, or what is the word? Logos? Not logo,
like
but
the wording of it?
Yeah.
I guess like catchphrase.
Like an ad. Just make up like a quick ad for Soul Spark.
Make up a quick ad.
Out of the blue.
So what do you mean? Like an
it's
actual
like
ad?
Catchphrase.
Like I'm selling it to someone, or like what do you mean?
Just like a little tagline.
Apparel for the highly ambitious. No, not apparel. Apparel. Motivation for. I got it. Motivation for the mind. Motivation for the body. Ooh. Motivation for the soul.
Oh, you didn't just come up with that.
No, I had that one. I just started using that one. I used that one like 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's the same thing as you. Like I'll think about it like in the shower. I think that one's in the shower. Or like apparel for the highly ambitious, apparel and art for the highly ambitious, stuff like that. It's just you just think about it as you go throughout the day. And I mean, there's only so much you can do in Delaware, especially, and like even
there's only so much of a target, like a group of people who are like willing to.
Dude, it's hard in Delaware, especially like our peers. For whatever reason, I think you guys touched on this in last week. Like, the peers in Delaware do not support what you're doing at all.
They don't.
At all, dude. Like I don't even like post on my I barely post on my personal account anymore, just because I know like that's not the target market. Like no one there is gonna like truly support what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it's like nothing against them. Like they'll support what they want to support. If they don't see the vision, they don't see the vision. But it's just the idea behind it. Like even some of my like closest friends, I thought like you can tell they don't fuck with it. Like they don't fuck with what I'm doing. They don't like the vision too much, which sucks. But I mean, it is what it is.
Sometimes even if I don't know the kid or like the kid, if I see them doing something like free of mind, something like something that's not like fucking posting homework or posting them drinking at like a party or something.
Exactly.
I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, like I respect that a lot, and just like
I'll support it all the way.
Yeah, like they're going out of their way. They're putting themselves out there.
Yeah.
Because I know people around the market. You hear that every day when you listen to motivational speeches and stuff. Like, no one's going to support you.
So far, all I've heard is, like, positive things.
Yeah,
on this. Good. And that's, like, definitely something I appreciate of everyone who's told me.
Yeah.
Even if it's, like, something that you didn't like, or, like, something I could fix, like, tell me.
Yeah,
Please tell me.
Exactly. That's how you grow. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, all I'm doing right now is just, like, receiving, you know? Like, receiving input and just, like, internalizing it. And I think I'm the harshest critic of myself.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Because I wake up and I just, like, think of things I could do better about just life in general, to be honest. But I'm thinking about getting Shokes World t-shirts for all my guests that come on.
Nice. Love that.
And I know you make t-shirts.
Yeah, man.
Where can I how can I create my own t-shirt and get it printed?
Yeah, so I mean, it depends. Like, if you want to be the designer of it, you can just, whenever you get a logo, you can send it over, and then we can talk about how you want it, like front of the shirt, back shirt, both, what you want in front, where you want it. Because, I mean, like I said, I have my own presses, so I can put it anywhere. Like, even on my apparel, on, like, my hoodies and long sleeves, I put stuff on the sleeves.
I saw that.
Yeah, so, like, on my long sleeve, that one here, it says work on this, on the left sleeve, and then harder on the other one. So, like, I mark that as tangible motivation. So, you know, you look down and you use your hands every day. It's like you see that, you see work harder on the sleeves, and that's just like a unique thing that you can add to whatever you're saying. Like, so if you get long sleeves and hoodies, you can add something that makes it unique. So, like, people look at the sleeves more because that's not normally something that people print on. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just marketing in itself and getting people exposure to your brand. So if you come up with, depending if you would do the design or if you want me to do the design, you know, I can help you out with that too. But we just got to come up with the basic concept, and then we can talk through it. I can send you, you know, concept designs of it, and then we can move forward from there. You can go anywhere from 5 t-shirts to 50, depending on what you want to do with it.
So how can someone who's not your best friend like me, like, get in touch with you to create their own t-shirts or canvas art?
I mean, DMs, obviously. Social media, I'm on social media a lot. Not as much my personal, but my personal is at HunterMelson7 on Instagram. You can hit me up there, or my business account is at SoulSpark Apparel. You can hit me up on any one of those, or if you hit, you know, Ashoka up or anyone to get my number, you know, you guys can always hit my phone at any time. I'm pretty open about that because, I mean, I love helping people, especially like this, like helping print new shirts and stuff, helping people get to their passion and what they want to do. I love that type of stuff. It wakes me up in the morning. Do you have a design, like, in mind? Or are you still thinking?
I do, but it's not on paper, so, like, I can't describe it. Besides, I mean, this is better than anything I would have come up with.
That was just like a collab shirt. Like,
this is dope.
Yeah, I've done a few. Do you know they're like up and coming rappers, Roland, Nate Good, Adrian Stresso.
No, I haven't.
No, they're like up and coming. They do a lot of hustle music. I like to call it, where it's like that type of like rapping. I've done like same thing, like collab designs with them and just sending it to them so they get me exposure. And then I'm also doing a collab with Prop Movie Money on Instagram. Really cool dudes out of Miami. They do like all the prop movie money for like the Punisher. They did some of the Punisher. They do a lot of music videos, like Logic's music videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're actually pretty big. And we're gonna release like a canvas design together. That's coming really soon. So I mean, stay tuned for that because that'll be within the next week or so. We're gonna be launching that, and it's gonna be like a giveaway with it and everything. But yeah, I mean, like them, like they reached out to me or I reached out to them, and they didn't have a design. They had no interest in design, and I just helped them out with it. So, I mean, I could do that for anyone.
Oh, man.
So, do you have, like, I was kind of wondering, like, I was watching, I know you said, like, you wanted to talk to, like, business owners and stuff. But, like, do you have, like, a genre that you want this podcast to get into? Because, like, there's, like, some, like, iconic and stuff, which is, like, motivational kind of stuff. They talk about, like, what we're talking about now, like, your story and, like, where you came from, what you want to do. And then there's, like, comedy, like, the Chris D'Elia ones we talked about. And, or is it just like you just want to talk about whatever and just let it land itself?
I want it to land itself. At first, I was like thinking of like who I would have on and like people it could benefit.
Yeah.
And what if it like got enough traction and followers, and like if they had like enough followers to have them on, and if they had something to promote, then or something interesting to talk about, because you can't just like bring anyone on.
Yeah, and just talk about whatever.
Like to talk about whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, like for some people, I probably could like my friends I hang out with like all the time. But some people, you know, I just want to have a pretty funny, silly goose time, and hopefully it gets better.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gets better as it goes, but anyone who has something they're starting up or anything they have going that just want to talk, I'm definitely interested in that. I've thought about like interviewing like my bosses who have like, they're older obviously, and they have like just so much
wisdom
or just like experience that's just interesting in general, like how much like courage it would like take. I was thinking like, how much courage like does it take just to like completely move countries and come here, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's like a lot to talk about in that, because like if I thought about like moving anywhere, like it would just take a tremendous amount of courage. I think it's like you have to have like a lot of guts to do something like that. There's like anyone really, but then again, like also for the most part, I like the funnier ones.
Yeah,
funny ones are the best. But then interesting ones are the best, or something that if they have something they want to like throw out into the world, you know, I'm sure someone wants to hear it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm always looking for guests. Anyone really. If you're interested, I know there's people who have like come or have messaged me like, yeah, you should have me on. I'm like, okay. And there's some people I want to have on. Yeah. Who have something going for them, or like something going on. But just people who I can find like the angle for. Yeah. You know. Yeah. Right now, that's all it is. I'm just hoping it catches traction.
I'm sure it definitely will.
I think it will. I mean, it's gotten a lot of positive feedback.
Yeah, and then the people you interview with are obviously going to share it on their social media and just get you exposure that way. Yeah. I know you talked about last year. You talked about moving to like California or something, or Florida or something like that. Is that still a thing? Because I mean, Delaware's going to be hard. Like, it's definitely doable, but it's going to be a lot harder than it is like.
For something like this, I don't know if it really matters, because it's all online. If it matters where you are, but who knows? That's one of those things. Like, who knows? Day by day. Yeah. Some days some days I just want to like up and like leave.
Yeah, I'm trying to move to Florida soon.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, what were you doing? Were you doing something for Soul Spark in Florida? You were in Florida.
Yeah, Florida. I went with my girlfriend, and we went out there just to go for like vacation. Because I mean, I came from California. I love the coast, and that was just a beautiful place to go. So we ended up going there, and I mean, I loved it there. And then we came back, and then a month later, I went there for work to go to like a convention. And it was
I was thinking, how the fuck is this man going?
Yeah.
I was like, isn't he in school? I was like, right, he dropped out. Good. Welcome to the team. I was like, this man went to Florida twice in a month. Yeah. But what were you doing out there?
Yeah, so the second time was I went for work. So there was like a convention out there. It was like amusement convention. There was like roller coaster stuff. There was like water park stuff, arcade games. I mean, everything. It was a huge convention. And then that again just kind of solidified, like, this is the place to be. Like, I met so many people out there, networked a lot. I was like, this is the place to be. And my girlfriend really liked it too, so we're even planning like the next like 6 months or something getting out there, just because like there's so much stuff you can do in terms of networking that's like beyond what Delaware could do. Like, yeah, you can meet people in Delaware, and yeah, they have their own business and it's cool, and you can make great connections.
That's what Terry was talking about.
Yeah, but there it's 10 times more, whatever industry you're in. Florida, California, any of those bigger places, if you're in music or whatever you're in. Like those prop movie money guys are down there. Entrepreneur Co., who's like another t-shirt brand for entrepreneurs, they're down there. Just like a lot of networking that could happen down there. I think it'd be a good move to go, and I really enjoyed the place. So it's just about what works best for, I guess, your personality and how you want to go about things. And like you said, the podcast is pretty much all online, so I mean, you don't really have to do much for that. But like even like having guests in person that are down that way would be cool.
Yeah, definitely. If this ever got big, no one big would come to Delaware if they're not already here, or Dover especially, or wherever the hell. So that's one thing I was thinking about, but that's that's probably way down the line.
Yeah. But even if I do move out there and you want to come down and find set up interviews with people down in Florida in my area wherever I land, you're more than welcome to come stay and set up a little shop where I am and
little studio.
Yeah, a little studio. As you grow,
yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
Cool. And you can see if you like it down there, you can just move down with us.
Who knows, man?
Yeah.
So you drove a Corvette while you're down there. Oh, dude. I just wanted to ask you, what was that like?
Dude, it was gorgeous, dude. Well, so I rented it through an app, and dude was actually really cool.
Was it stick shift?
No, I wish. It was it had paddle shifters, but not actual stick. I wish it was stick shift though, but like it rented. I think it was like total was like $250 for like 2.5 days. So it wasn't bad at all. Yeah. And that was like a 2017 Stingray. Oh, dude, it was gorgeous. And like I remember, I'll never forget. Like as soon as I got in the car and turned it on, there was like the HUD display, like the HUD display, came up on the windshield. Like it like reflected up, so you could see your speed, like your shifting, like your RPM and stuff. Really? Came up onto the windshield, so like you didn't have to look all the way down. Dude, it was so dope. And then there was like different modes. You had like sport mode, track mode, like eco mode, like just cruising. And oh man,
how fast did you go in it?
Well, we went on back roads because like I like looked up like where you could go on back roads around where we were, and I got up to like 119, 120, and that was just, and it was a lot curvier, so you couldn't really do much. But I mean, that alone just like got my blood pumping, and I was like all like jittery and like full of adrenaline. I tried to rent like a Lamborghini or something, but out there it was like $1,200 a day.
How the hell did you rent a car?
Well, because the app we used, depending on where I was renting it,
I've heard of that.
It's like Turo or Toro. You only have to be 21, and my girlfriend was 21, so
okay. She
just rented it, and then she's let me drive it because she didn't have interest in it. But yeah, Florida's beautiful. It's definitely the goal. Move down there.
All right, man.
Oh wait, I want to talk about one thing. I was thinking about this earlier. So like we talked about Elon Musk and everything. Mm-hmm. What do you think about like the technology and like the way it's moving in terms of like robots and
AI?
Stuff? Yeah, like how scary is that shit?
It's pretty scary.
Because I saw this there's this I don't even know if it was fake news or what it was, but I saw this story in Japan where like there was like 4 robots in the lab that they're making, and they were arming them with bullets because obviously they're trying to get it military use. Mm-hmm. And the robots ended up killing like 12 scientists or something like that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know if it was. I saw it and like I didn't want to look into it. I didn't like look into it too much, so I don't even know if it's ridiculous. Real. So don't take it. But like they said that. I looked that up. Yeah, they said it like killed 12 scientists and then they disarmed them, like they disabled them, they shot them, whatever they did. And then they said when they downloaded like everything, they said one of the robots was like still like it was still on a little bit, and it was downloading files from the internet to try and learn how to like rebuild itself.
Really?
Which is absolutely like I read that and I was like, holy shit, we're fucked. Like this is the Terminator. This is the start of it. Like, all it takes is one of those countries to make a breakthrough, and then there's gonna be like an arms race for
it's over.
Robots.
I think about that a lot.
It's scary shit. And even Elon Musk is like warning us about it. I was like, we should probably listen to this guy.
He's that's his like biggest concern about humanity right now.
Yeah, I was like, we should probably listen to this guy. I mean, he kind of knows what he's talking about.
I mean, but what can I do about it?
Yeah, exactly.
But I definitely think about it. I haven't seen that video or that article. That's crazy.
A couple months back. So
oh, really?
Yeah.
I would have thought I would have heard of it by now then.
Yeah, so I'm sure it was fake news if it didn't like break out like that then.
Yeah,
but
that still broke out.
Yeah, the idea of it is just like, are we that close? Like, is that seriously a thing?
And apparently, like once it happens, what is it called? The singularity. Once it happens, like their amount of like how advanced they are, like it's gradually going up. But once it hits like a certain amount. Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be once it hits military use, like once like one country uses it in war and like has something like even if it's just a suit, like once one country hits that, I think that's where it's gonna skyrocket up. Because everyone's gonna be like, all right, well, all funding goes into that because that's gonna be the next arms race for it. Yeah. So who has the better robots to kill people? And I was like, well, this is the end. Hopefully, we're not alive for that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, because I think that could definitely be the reason why humanity like dissipates. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like some.
It could be the environment. It could be the world. Like
so many ways it could go.
And it could be AI. That'd be scary.
Like if you're ready to start a family, like your kids are just.
Yeah.
If you're a young kid or like you're like about to have a kid or something, like if you're thinking about having a kid, like that's something I would honestly take that into consideration.
Yeah, like do you want to bring a kid into that kind of stuff? Like what is he gonna see in his lifetime?
Right. I think my kid's just gonna be an AI kid anyway.
Yeah.
I'll just download a kid. I think they're talking about doing that as well.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. It's crazy. What a time to be alive.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for being on.
All right, man. Thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun. We'll have to do part 2 sometime.
Shokes World.
Shokes World.
Get in the world. Shokes World. You can follow me on Instagram at Ashoka Garrett. You can follow Hunter at
Hunter Melson 7 personal and my business account at Soul Spark Apparel.
All right. Let's go get some food.
Yeah. Peace.